So the schedule of the ICC Men's ODI World Cup is out finally, and for Eden Gardens it's a happy moment because they have got the big semi-final along with the India versus South Africa big match. I have the President of Cricket Association of Bengal, Snehasish Ganguly, with me. Sir, first of all, many congratulations, but how much personal effort did it take for you to get the big semi-final here at Eden?
See, personal effort means it was just to convince somebody that what Eden Gardens is capable of doing, what we are now capable of doing. Because previously we did World Cup final in 1987, then we did semi-final in 1996, then we did T20 final in 2016 under Saurav Ganguly. So Eden Gardens is capable of doing all these kind of matches. But see, now the situation has changed because a lot of stadiums have come up with modern facilities. And to be honest, our last stadium which we modernized was in 2011 during the time of the World Cup, but that was BCCI block. So that is very well maintained and it's modern, but the rest of the stadium which was constructed quite a year back. But we have maintained that stadium very well. Our always plus point is our clubhouse and the hospitality area, which is the 32 corporate box. And you know, this World Cup, there will be a lot of foreign delegates will be coming. So really I worked on that corporate boxes, which I started working before IPL. And that presentation also I did to our Honorary Secretary, Mr. Jay Shetty, before Women's Premier League, when when the first meeting actually started for this World Cup. And I have to convince him that what we are capable of doing and what we will do in the near future in the remaining 6-7 months before the World Cup. And we have already started the work. Definitely he has kept a knowledge of what is going on. So keeping in mind everything, I think it's more of like convincing somebody, and definitely he has got faith on CAB, and without his support it was not possible. So before I start the conference, I state thanks to Mr. Jay Shetty for his support to CAB, for his faith which he has got on CAB.
Absolutely, and Jay Shetty has played a crucial role in the uplifting of Indian cricket. But at the same time, how much convincing did Jay Shetty take to give this big semi-final to Eden Gardens, and what were the kind of dialogues you had with him?
See, not much of dialogue. Only thing is that I tried to convince him that what are our plans. And in this, see, a personality of his stature, you can't convince him by your words, but you have to convince him by your work. So that the second option which we choose, that to convince somebody by the work, when we started doing that. And we had a very good one-day international match, India versus Sri Lanka, where we somehow managed to get 65,000 capacity. The leisure show was a very big hit. So all these have added up. IPL we have organized so smoothly, all the 7 matches, the only stadium where the capacity was fulfilled. We had 65,000, 63,000 people watching all the 7 IPL matches on a very good surface of the wickets of Eden Gardens. For that I must thanks to my chief curator, Mr. Mukherjee, and all the groundsmen, all the other curators. That Eden Gardens totally, it was a fantastic ground during the IPL. So overall, these all have added up, and that has helped him to believe that we are capable of doing. And so the things, now we are what we are. Now I think the first part is over. Now the second part is, which is much more tougher. We have to achieve that by organizing all the matches in a very smoothly, so that the spectators who will come to watch the match peacefully, and they get all the facilities. So that is our lookout.
That is absolutely, and we always know that Eden Garden has such a beautiful history. But along with that, under your presidency, the stadium is taking a new look. We already saw the DMX light, we saw the bucket seats. But what is the kind of renovations you are looking at the coming months ahead of the ODI World?
See, to be honest, this kind of all these things is not my only plan. See, we started planning from the year 2022 when Mr. Abhishek Dalmia was the president. So we jointly with the help of Saurav, we planned everything with the help of other office bearers. But the brainchild started from 2022. We design started at the time. Just we are executing everything what we planned. and we are executing. The most important thing is we are executing in a very systematic way, in a very professional way. That is very important. So a lot of things we plan, but we can't deliver. But in our case, what we planned, at least 70-80% we are able to deliver now. Still there are a lot of things to be delivered, but I think because it's short time, a couple of months left, so we can't do that. So we will keep it for our plan number 3. But the base started in
2022 the base started, but Rajda, of course, Pakistan's first preference to play their matches was in Kolkata, and we have hosted Pakistan in the past also. But right now, the kind of security arrangements, what do you think should the CAB should arrange for the Pakistan team?
See, security is not our department. That is the department of Kolkata Police, and which they have done previously very smoothly. And this time also they will do it more smoother, because you know that when Pakistan is there, you need some added security system, and they are well aware of that. So I've got full confidence on Kolkata Police. They are always with the CAB whenever the matches are there, because you know that recently in January we had this one-day international, where that time that Makar Sankranti was there. So that's a very big event where a lot of people from outside West Bengal comes to go to Kupil Muni Ashram. So that was honestly a very tough job, but the way they have handled the situation by making a lot of changes of the traffic to be handled. So we didn't realize that something is going around, and in the same time that international match is handled so smoothly.
Back in 2011, it was really unfortunate that Eden couldn't host India, especially. But this time around, the ground preparation, the pitch preparation, especially because South Africa, a team like South Africa with that sort of pace attack is playing, and in Eden's in recent times under Shujan Mukherjee, the pitch has been very quick, assisting the pacers. This time around, what do you think how the pitch will be?
So at least I can say that it will be a very neutral wicket, where both the bowlers and the batsmen, they will get the opportunity. And see, people come to see this kind of shorter format game for high scoring matches. Now even the test match, people come to see 3.5 overs run rate per day. So that's where you can see that England recently got 393 and Australia got 387. So everything cricket has changed totally. So now when people come to see a one-day match, they expect something around 6.5 run rate. So anything around about 320, 330, and that has to be chased by the opponent. So that's the excitement is there. Like in T20, in almost all the matches you see in Gardens, there are high-scoring matches, 190, 200 plus, and those matches where the runs were chased. So the loser team were very close, maybe a shortfall of 10 runs, 15 runs. So we expecting, you always expect a good wicket at Eden Gardens and a high scoring match.
And my final question, are you hopeful of that India versus Pakistan semi-final in Eden Gardens?
That depends on how the both teams play, but they are one of the best one-day side. And if that happens, then I think in my tenure, I don't expect anything more. So something like Eden Gardens, India versus Pakistan, the final. So what more do you expect?
Fingers crossed for that. But a final message to all the fans, Kolkata fans, who will witness the big matches, England versus Pakistan is also there. India versus Africa.
Only thing I can say to all the people of Kolkata, West Bengal, with 12 lakh population, if I'm not wrong. So, but Eden Gardens can provide you only 65,000 capacity. So there are 5 matches. So we can accommodate around about 3.5 lakh to 4 lakh people in all the 5 matches. So we are sorry that we can't accommodate all the people of West Bengal, but those who will won't be able to come on the ground to watch the match, don't be disheartened. You can watch the match in TV and enjoy the cricket, because World Cup comes in every 4 years, and this time Eden Gardens got these 5 matches including semi-final. So enjoy every match at Eden Gardens, either be in the stadium or at home.
Thank you, Mr. Ganguly, for your time.
So much.
And yes, the countdown for the ODI World Cup has begun, and Eden Gardens is going to host some crucial matches. But stay tuned to RevSportz for more. This is Shubhayan Chakravarti signing.